This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Welcome to one of the most important session about auto scaling. Can you hear me? Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's stop the chat so that we can focus on the training. We already have started auto scaling practicals, isn't it? We have already started auto scaling practicals. We have completed creating launch configuration. We have created auto scaling group. We have created notification and we have stopped at auto scaling group. Today, we'll do the rest of all the steps right from the beginning. Let's quickly complete all the steps so that we can experience how exactly auto scaling configuration will be done in the real time. So before getting into the practicals of today's session, so let's have a quick discussion with some of our participants. Hi, Praveen. Good morning. How are you doing? You are allowed to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, Sunil.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. So only question is that only request is that see, when we complete any topic, right, it will be great if we just discuss few questions or the terms, because other day I was just going through some of the questions. Okay, so it was a bit difficult for me to understand the question itself. If you see,
Okay.
it will be in a paragraph.
Okay.
So it was not
Probably you're referring to the questions which are there as part of dumps.
yes, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
then really I didn't
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
Mhm.
In Fluke or some guessing work, it worked. Okay. So
Okay.
whereas some of the things it didn't. Though some of the concepts I had conceptually I knew, but my questions or my understanding was not up to that level. Even
Okay.
reading that one paragraph question, it was little bit difficult for me to understand what exactly the question was. So
Okay.
I just request, okay,
Okay.
just a few, not all the terms, at least the question, how it appears, okay, and the options, how does it appear? So something like that.
Okay.
Just some 4 to 5 questions. It will be very much beneficial, sir.
Okay. 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 How is your practicing going on? How is your learning experience? You already know AWS, or is the first time you're learning AWS?
And a bit I knew, sir. A bit I knew before taking up this. Some of the online courses I had taken, and even
Okay.
from the office, there were few courses.
Okay.
So only my area of this one was working was into S3 buckets. Though I am a tester, so for some of the automation concepts, I had used the S3 buckets and then the folder creations and other things.
Okay. You're more exposed towards a specific service called S3.
Yeah.
Now you
S3.
want to have better exposure towards
Yes.
the other services,
Yes.
other
Yeah.
important services.
Yeah.
Okay, Praveen. Thank you for your input. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sridhar. Good morning, Sridhar. Sridhar Rabuina. Could you please unmute Sridhar Rabuina? Manoj Sai Kumar. Good morning. Can you hear me, Manoj? We can see your hand raised. Could you please unmute yourself?
Okay.
Hi, Manoj.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, may I know your question, please?
Question means actually, I am a beginner of AWS.
Okay.
So I want to learn.
This is a beginner level course, okay? Beginner to medium level course. This is the first course, so you need to start with. You're in the right course.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Tanuja.
Yeah, hi Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning, Tanuja. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you? Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions.
Hmm.
regarding EC2.
Mhm.
So yeah, while creating a HTML page, like
Hmm.
index of HTML, we are creating in the path like where www.
Yes.
HTML.
Yeah.
So that I was trying to give index dot instead of index.html, I was trying to give tanuja.html.
Yeah. It will not work
Yeah,
because
why?
because
Yeah.
if you in the web development technology, the first page, the main page, whenever you open a website, that should be an index.html page. Okay. So
Okay.
by
So it is
default, the file name should be index.html. Okay.
okay.
So when you click on the IP address, it reads that index.html. It searches for the index.html, and web server will serve the index.html. So the file name should be index.html. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got you, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
one more thing. Actually, yesterday I have worked this. So
Auto
uh,
scaling.
not auto scaling regarding load balancer.
Okay. Mhm.
For creating load balancer, we want two machines.
Minimum. It's better to have minimum 2 machines.
Yeah, minimum two machines. So can we create one Linux machine and one Windows machine for creating load balancer?
Generally, for load balancer, all the machines should be generic machines, isn't it? Because you want the same experience when a particular site is down, automatically you want the same experience for the user. So generally, it will not be different OS. It will be common
Yeah.
operator. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And load balance in the industry, load balancing is used with auto scaling feature.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
always load balancing will be used in the with respect to auto scaling what we are learning. So in the auto scaling, we are already predefining the operating system which should be launched and what should be the hardware configuration, isn't it?
Correct.
All the machines will be same
Yeah.
hardware configuration, same operating system, same setups. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you, Tanuja.
Hi Sunil, Sridhar here.
Hi, Sridhar. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sunil.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, Sunil. How about you?
I'm doing well. You're from which location?
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad.
Okay, I know your quick experience.
Yeah, I'm having 13 years of experience working with HSPC.
Okay.
Okay,
In
so
technical field or
sorry,
which platform? Which platform?
I worked with a couple of platforms like Aspect, Genesis. I was into call routing and presently working with Zoom technology.
Okay.
Okay, I'm new to this AWS and thank you for providing the opportunity.
Okay.
We are happy with your training and we are learning a lot every day.
Thank you very much, Sridhar. You are joining from day one?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
joining from them. In fact, I've attended last batch as well. So this is a bit of hands-on experience once again.
Okay, it's a good revision for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you, Sridhar.
I don't have any questions, but
Okay. Yeah.
so
Thank you for your feedback. Yeah.
Thanks.
Kaiser. Good morning, Kaiser.
Yeah, good morning, sir. First of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity to learn this AWS.
Thank you.
I have one question about this load balancer thing. I'm getting confusing. Like while creating this load balancer, so we have to make same machine. All should be from Windows or
All should be from Linux or whatever it is.
Okay, so I have a bit confusion. If we created load balancer, how to do this auto scaling in that? Can you just repeat that?
We are seeing now, auto scaling. How to do auto scaling? We are doing it now.
Yesterday you showed, but it got confused.
Anyways, we'll start from the scratch again. Yesterday we have not able to complete Kaiser, isn't it? Okay. Because it is a pretty long example. So today we'll be going little bit fast because few topics we already have completed. We already discussed about auto scaling importance. We already have created launch configuration. We have discussed about notification service. So and auto scaling group. So we complete this fast so that we can complete the complete example.
Okay,
Yes.
so can we get dumps for this, like to like for further practice or something regarding like interview question, something based on topics like daily by, so it will be better.
Now, conceptual knowledge is more important, but if you want the interview questions, we can get it from Google. I don't have any such a set of interview questions, but you can look at a lot of
Okay,
questions. Okay.
sure, sure. No,
Thank you,
no
Kaiser.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Let's move on. Let's move on for today's session. So we already have discussed about auto scaling. It auto scaling helps you to have correct number of easy to machines. When the traffic increases, the easy to machine should be created automatically. When the traffic decreases, the easy to machine should be removed. Okay, because when the traffic reduces, we always should give the optimum bill to our client. Okay, client should not pay the bill unnecessarily. So we should reduce the instances when there is less traffic. So this can be possible. Automatically scaling up and scaling down the instances is possible by using the feature called as auto scaling. So let's move on the steps. First, we create load balancer, then we create launch configuration, then we create a topic. Let's complete these 3 steps pretty quickly because we already have discussed about this in the yesterday session. So let's log into AWS. Services, easy to instances. Right now, I do not have any instances. Let's go. Start step is to create a load balancer. The first step, what I want to do is to create a load balancer. The name of the load balancer which I want to create is sample LB13. Is the name of the load balancer. When I'm creating the load balancer, I also create a security group sample SG13. Okay, I open SSH and HTTP port configuration health check. So we'll complete this part. We already know how to do that. So let's do it little fast. Okay, let's move on. Go to load balancer. How to create load balancer in the EC2 dashboard itself? We have an option of load balancers. Hands-on is very, very important. To get the best of the training, you have to do some hands-on. Spend some time, at least 1 hour to do the practicals, whatever we are doing. If you're not finding practicals, time to do practicals because of your working hours, I recommend you to watch the video. At least if you watch the video, whenever you're free, that will be a quick revision for you. Okay. So create load balancer. Go for classic load balancer. This is the name of the load balancer which I want to create. Next, create a new security group. The name of the security group is sample SG13. I will open SSH port and HTTP port. Configuration settings. Response timeout 2, interval 5 seconds, healthy threshold 2, unhealthy threshold 2. Add instances. You do not have any instances. We are just creating an empty load balancer. Next, review, create. Successfully created load balancer, close. We have successfully created a load balancer. This is the name of the load balancer. Step 1 is done. Step 1, creating load balancer. Step 2, create a launch configuration. In the launch configuration, we already know a quick recap of what is the importance of the launch configuration. Step 1, what we have done is we have created a load balancer, isn't it? Whenever a traffic increases, a new EC2 machine should be created. Fine. New EC2 machine will be created. So what should be the operating system of the new machine? Okay. What should be the RAM of the new machine? What should be the number of process of this particular new EC2 machine? What should be the hard disk of the spike capacity of this new machine? Should we open any ports or not? Is it an empty Linux machine or you need to install any web package? So all this we should mention in launch configuration. Configuration information. So this configuration information will help the AWS to create a new, they use this particular launch configuration details in launching the new machine. That's why they named it as launch configuration. So let's go ahead and create launch configuration. How to create launch configuration? In the auto scaling option, you have an option of launch configuration. We have an option of launch configuration. You do not have any launch configuration found in this region. I'm creating a new launch configuration. The name of the launch configuration, sample LCG 13 is the name of the launch configuration which I want to create. Fine. I want to use an existing group. Sample SG13 is the name of the new group. I want to download the key pair sample KP13 and then I create launch configuration. Okay. I'll be using this Amazon machine image. I also recommend you to use the same image. AMI, this is nothing but a Amazon Linux image. So I recommend you to use the same image. So let's go ahead and create a launch configuration. Create launch configuration. Name of the launch configuration. Based on which particular image. So I want the EC2 machines to be created using this particular AMI. Yes. Next, scroll down. Instance type. These new machines that should be created should be of type of T2 micro. Very good. Scroll down. Under advanced details. Under user data, it should be a web server, not an empty Linux machine. So I mentioned the bootstrap scripts in the launch configuration file. That's it. Scroll down. Select an existing security group. We already have created sample SG13, so I'm selecting an existing security group. And I create a new key pair. The name of the key pair can be anything. So I'm going with sample KP13. Download the key pair. In desktop Sunil AWS, I'm downloading the key pair. Create configuration. Create launch configuration. Successfully created launch configuration. So this also we have done yesterday. Okay. So we have successfully created launch configuration. Next step. Create a topic in SNS. Create a topic in SNS. Okay, we already know what you mean by topic. Whenever a new EC2 machine gets created, as an AWS team, you should get the information. As an AWS team, you should get a notification. You can get the notification only when you create a topic. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a topic. And I hope you remember we create a topic and we add subscriptions to that particular topic, subscriptions and everybody email addresses. Let's go ahead and create a topic. So under services, under application integration, we have a service called a simple notification service. Under services, can you see application integration? And then we have an option of simple notification service. As of now, there are no topics, so I am going ahead creating a new topic. Name of the topic can be anything, so go for standard. I want to go with my topic 1. Display name, my topic 1. That's it. Create topic. Once the topic is created, you need to provide subscriptions to the topic. Right now, you can see there are no subscriptions. I want to create a subscription. Add subscriptions to the topic, create subscription for this particular topic, and I want to receive notifications through my email, and endpoint should be my email address. We already have created this part also in the last session. Sunil DevOps 77 is what I want to receive the subscription. You can mention multiple email addresses separated with comma. That's not a problem. So I'm done with creating a subscription. Okay, so topic is created, and then once the topic is created, you can see the name of the topic which is created, my topic 1, and inside the topic we can have a number of subscriptions. So this is the first subscription. Subscription is pending confirmation. As a receiver, I should log into my emails and I should approve that I am ready to receive notifications from the AWS. So I log into my Gmail. My topic 1, subscription confirmation. I agree to receive the notifications from Simple Notification Service. Yes, thank you for subscription confirmation. So I have confirmed it. As I have confirmed it, the status also changes here in the notification service. Right now it was pending notification. I refresh again. You can see subscription is confirmed. So I have created a topic and I have linked email addresses to that particular topic. You can link a number of email addresses. Topic creation is done. Next, the most important point, create an auto scaling group. The next step is create an auto scaling group. In the auto scaling group, you need to mention the minimum number of instances and the maximum number of instances. Okay. So based on that, the instances gets created. So let's go ahead and create an auto scaling group. Select the launch configuration. And from the launch configuration, you have an option of creating auto scaling group. The name of the auto scaling group which I want to create is ASG13 with today's date, and I want to create the instances in this particular subnet. Subnet is nothing but the partition in the Mumbai data center, and then I attach it to the load balancer. I'll say select the existing load balancer. I take the group size and then let's create it. Pretty simple. Okay, so let's do that. This we have stopped at this point. Okay, so yesterday. Okay, so today let's proceed. So create an auto scaling group based on the launch configuration. So first go to launch configuration. This is the launch configuration which you have created. Select the launch configuration which you have created. Using the launch configuration, go to actions. We have an option of creating an auto scaling group. Based on this launch configuration, selecting this launch configuration, create an auto scaling group. Mention the group name. Group name can be anything. So I'm naming it as ASG13. Based on the launch configuration, you already get the launch configuration. Next. Network settings. Where do you want the EC2 machines to be created? In which subnet? Subnet is nothing but the partition. The Mumbai data center is having 3 partitions. I want to go ahead and create it in first partition. Next. I want to attach it to existing load balancer. The new EC2 machine should be connected to existing load balancer, isn't it? So our load balancer, I hope you know, we have created a classic load balancer. Select the classic load balancer. So whenever the new EC2 machine gets created, because the traffic increases, automatically that new EC2 machine will be connected to this particular load balancer. Next. Desired stat, that is number of machines to start with. Minimum capacity, when there is 0 traffic also, it will maintain the minimum capacity. You should also determine the maximum capacity. So I will mention the desired capacity on 1, minimum capacity is also 1, maximum capacity I mention it as 4. Next. Notifications. Here we have, whenever you come across notifications, you need to refer to the notification service. Okay. I hope you have remembered the topic. What is the name of the topic we have created? My topic 1, isn't it? So I have created my topic 1. So I link to that particular topic. So I will link it to the topic. That means whenever a new EC2 machine gets launched or terminated, so I'll get the notifications to this particular topic. That's it. I already have no added. That's I have successfully added notifications. Next, provide the tags. Tagging is nothing but the providing the name to the EC2 machine. So I'm writing it as a name, the key as name, and I mention it as web server. Okay. Yes. Next, review the details. This is the launch config. This is the auto scaling group based on this particular launch configuration. And then that will be attached to the load balancer. And then this is the group size details. Perfect. And I receive the notifications to this particular topic and then just create an auto scaling group. What is the minimum number of instances I have mentioned? Desired capacity on 1, minimum number of instances I have mentioned as 1. So create auto scaling group. Sample ASG notification, create sample ASG 13 is the name of the auto scaling group created successfully. We are done with creating the auto scaling group. We are done with creating an auto scaling group. Clear about this. So auto scaling group is all about, friends, what is auto scaling? Auto scaling group is all about mentioning the minimum number of instances, mentioning the maximum number of instances, and then where exactly we should receive the notifications, isn't it? So all this we should mention it in the auto scaling group. By this time, as we have mentioned, minimum number of instances as 1. If you go to instances tab, I think one instance will be in the process of creation. See, the instance is just now created. Initializing it just now has created. This is the name of the web server which you have provided, isn't it? Just now it has been created. So automatically, as we have mentioned, minimum number of instances as 1, automatically 1 instance gets created. If you mention minimum number of instances as 2, automatically 2 instances will be created. Clear? Perfect. Okay. So we have created a load balancer. We have created launch configuration file. We have created topic in the notification service. We have created auto scaling group. What is the next step? What is the next step? Let's go through it. Okay. Create an alarm in the CloudWatch. We have to create alarm in a CloudWatch. What is CloudWatch? CloudWatch is the name of the service. CloudWatch is the name of the service. Okay. So what is CloudWatch and why should we create alarm in the CloudWatch? Let's try to have a quick discussion. Tanuja, can we have a talk?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Tell me when the new EC2 machine will be created.
Whenever traffic increases or load increases.
Perfect. So the new EC2 machine get created whenever the traffic increases, isn't it? Okay.
Correct.
But it is very important to measure the traffic. How can we know that this is the right time to measure the traffic? You need to define some condition. Okay.
Correct.
You need to define some condition. Defining the condition is called as creating an alarm. Okay. Creating an alarm is all about defining a condition when the EC2 machine will be created. Okay. When the traffic increases, load balancer will receive the traffic, and you know what load balancer will do? Load balancer will distribute the traffic to the existing targets. Am I right, Tanuja?
Yes.
When the traffic increases, obviously targets will also receive more traffic, isn't it? Finally, there is EC2 machines will receive more traffic. When the EC2 machines are receiving more traffic, it becomes very busy, isn't it? The EC2 machines becomes very, very busy. How do you know that the EC2 machines are busy? By using a metric called as CPU utilization. By using a metric called as CPU utilization. By monitoring the CPU utilization, we can know whether our machines are very busy or very idle. Okay. The right metric to know whether the EC2 machines are very busy or not by using is all about CPU utilization. In fact, you have CPU utilization. I have seen it. I have shown it yesterday also in our laptops or desktops also. We can measure how much CPU is getting utilized currently. Go to Task Manager. Under CPU, can you see the CPU utilization?
Yeah.
You can see the CPU utilization, and each application is taking how much CPU. Total 77% of CPU utilization is getting consumed. So you can check whether your machines are idle or busy by using a metric called as CPU utilization. So we will be using this particular metric to define an alarm. Okay. Now look at my statement. Try to understand my statement. If CPU utilization is more than 70%, Tanuja.
Okay.
Then what I want to do, I want to create a new
Easy to
New EC2 machine. Am I right? This
Yes.
is what I want to do it. How do we define it? This is the condition. We define the condition in alarm. Okay. We create an alarm and we define the condition in the alarm. Clear, Tanuja? So let's do that. Let's learn how can we create an alarm and how can we define the condition here. If you want to create an alarm, we do it in the node service called as CloudWatch. Creating alarms is part of a new service called as CloudWatch. Now we are getting into a new service called as CloudWatch. Under services, under management and governance, we have a option called CloudWatch. Can you see we have management and governance? In that we have a service called as CloudWatch. Here we have an option called alarms. Do you have any alarms here?
No.
No, you do not have any alarms. Now we are creating a new alarm based on the metric called CPU. Based on the metric called CPU utilization. What is the percentage of CPU utilization we want? 70%. Okay. So create an alarm. Select a metric. Metric is nothing but how do you measure it? Metric based on EC2 service. And it is related to which example? This measurement is related to auto scaling group. You should get this by auto scaling group. When you'll get this option by auto scaling group, when you create an auto scaling group automatically, when successfully create an auto scaling group, you'll get the option here. Otherwise, you will not get this option. You'll get only pre-instance metric. After creating auto scaling group, you'll get this option. So select the auto scaling group. And what is the name of our auto scaling group? The name of our auto scaling group is sample ASG 13.
Correct.
The name of the auto scaling group is sample ASG settings. So select this metric based on auto scaling group. And you can see the name of the auto scaling group here. You have it. And your metric is CPU utilization. Select this right metric, CPU utilization. Click on select metric. Yes. Okay. The metric name is CPU utilization on the EC2 machines which are part of the sample auto scaling group name. Okay. When the average CPU utilization is greater than or equal to, here you should mention the percentage. What is that percentage? 70%. Next. So you can also receive notification whenever alarm triggers. Okay, so you can attach it to notification, but I don't want to attach notification. We already have attached notification in whenever the EC2 machine gets created. That's fine. So next. Okay, notification is
Required.
select an existing topic, create a new topic. So let's select an existing topic. Do you remember the name of the topic? Is my topic one. Okay, so when this CPU utilization is more than 70%, I get a message saying that the CPU utilization has been exceeded more than 70%. So click on next. What is the name of the alarm? Name of the alarm can be anything. As it is our first alarm, I'm naming it is my alarm 1. Okay. This is my first alarm. Display name also my alarm 1. Click on next. Condition when the CPU utilization is more than 70%. Review the details. Create alarm. Okay, so what this alarm will do? This alarm will verify whether the CPU always continuously it will monitor whether the CPU utilization of the EC2 machines part of our auto scaling group. Clear, Tanuja? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now what we have done is we have created an alarm. Okay, but what action you want to do? You have not defined it. Did we mention that I want to create one EC2 machine? We have not mentioned it. We have mentioned only the condition.
Yes.
Condition is different. Action is different.
Correct.
Clear? Condition is different and action is different. We have just defined the condition in the alarm. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will define one more condition. Okay, for reducing the number of EC2 machines. If CPU
Utilization.
If the CPU utilization is less than 20%, then what I want to do, I want to delete the EC2 machines. Is it?
Yes.
We should have one more alarm. So let's quickly create one more alarm. Already we have created one alarm. So we'll quickly create one more alarm. Create alarm, select the metric based on EC2 service, based on the concept of auto scaling. You'll automatically get your auto scaling group name. If you're not getting auto scaling group name, somewhere you have done a mistake. So our auto scaling group is sample ASG13. What is our CPU utilization? What is our metric CPU utilization? Here I have identified my metric. Select metric. If the CPU utilization is less than or equal to, this
20%.
is percentage, 20%, click on next. I want to receive notification first. I will be selecting an existing topic, my topic 1, and then next. This is the second alarm. The first alarm name we have named it as my alarm 1. So the second my alarm 2. Next, review the details. Yes, the condition is right. It is less than or equal to 20%. Create alarm. Clear about this?
Yeah.
Two alarms we have created. We have created first alarm 1 and second alarm. Okay. Next. Creating alarm is all about defining the condition. Okay, we have created two conditions. CPU utilization is greater than 70 is one condition. CPU utilization less than 20 is one condition. If you want to take action, what should happen when the condition becomes true? When the alarm triggers, what should happen? You want to create an EC2 machine, or you want to remove the EC2 machine. That action, we need to do it in the policies. We need to add policy.
Okay.
We will be adding policies in the auto scaling group. Go to the auto scaling group which you have created. This is alarm part. Let's go. Close this. Go to the auto scaling group which we have created. This is the auto scaling group which we have created. This is the auto scaling group which we have created. So let's select the auto scaling group. And here we have an option called automatic scaling tab. Can you see we have an option called automatic scaling tab? So select this automatic scaling tab. How many policies we are having? There are no policies. Can you see there are no policies? We will be creating a new policy. There's an option called add policy. Create a predictive policy. Okay, the scaling policy name okay, the options has been changed. The name of the policy, my policy 1 is the name of the policy which I want to create. Not required. Okay, 1 minute. Let me check for the right options. Instance management. Okay. Yes. create scaling policy. Policy type should be simple scaling. Policy type should be simple scaling. The name of the policy which I want to create is my policy 1. And Tanuja, did we create alarm in the CloudWatch?
Yeah. I have
So we
created.
need to link the alarm here in the policy. We have created two policies, my alarm 1 and my alarm 2. So I'm selecting the first alarm. I remember the first alarm is CPU utilization more than
70%.
70%. Then action, what you want to do, take action. I want to add one EC2 machine.
Yeah.
You can at a time add two EC2 machines. Okay.
Okay.
I want to add one EC2 machine. So that's called action. Policy is all about action. Alarm is just defining the condition. When the condition is true, what action you want to do it, you need to do it in the policy level. So I have clearly mentioned that I want to add one machine. So this is creating the policy. Now I have created one policy. Okay, what's the name of the policy I have created? My policy 1. So this will policy, in this policy I have clearly mentioned that I want to add how many units. I want to add 1 unit when the alarm is met. Similarly, you need to create one more policy for removing number of EC2 machines. So
Alarm 2.
create policy. Again, this policy should be simple scaling policy. Policy name, I'm naming it as second policy as my policy 2. And this policy I'm linking with the second alarm. And I remember the second alarm is a CPU utilization less than 20%. Then when the CPU utilization is less than 20%, what I want to do? I want to remove how many instances? I want to remove one instance. Click on create. Clear. So always we should have two policies. One policy for increasing the number of machines and one policy for decreasing the number of machines. The first policy I have linked to the alarm 1, isn't it? That's was linking to the condition. Second policy I have linked to the second alarm. So alarm, I hope I am very clear in explaining. Alarm is all about defining the condition, and policy is all about what action should be done whenever the condition is true. Okay, Tanuja, thank you for your time. Perfect. So that's it. We have created the policy. We have added the policy. Okay. So now Aditya Thakur, good morning.
Hi Sunil, good morning.
How are you doing?
Yes, good. Sunil, if suppose the auto scaling we mentioned one instance, okay?
May I know who is this?
Aditya.
Yeah, Aditya, 1 minute. Yeah. Yes. Now clear about the policies, what we have added?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the alarms which you have defined.
Right. Condition.
Alarm is all about condition. And what action you want to do it, we do it in the policy. Okay?
Policies. Yeah. So in that, if suppose in one policy, we have in policy 1, we have mentioned one instance, if suppose the CPU get overloaded with 70%, over with 70%.
When the average CPU utilization is more than 70%, automatically the new EC2 machine will be created.
Okay. Yeah. But at that time, suppose traffic we required 2 instance, 3 instance at a time, but we have configured one only. So will
instead of one, you can mention if you want 2 instances you want to create it at a time, you can mention it as 2, as so that you can create it creates automatically 2 instances.
Yeah, that situation when we already know the traffic will come up like this, but if we don't know at that time, then what?
How can we already know? We never know. We never know the traffic when the traffic increases. Got it?
Yeah.
You know, Aditya, you cannot estimate the traffic. Sometimes application Saturday or Sunday it will become busy. Sometimes it will be very slow, very low, less people. Okay, so we may never know. Okay, so we cannot guess the traffic. So that's the reason auto scaling feature is used to automatically increase the missions or decrease the missions. Okay, Aditya.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And one more thing, Aditya. So we have mentioned minimum number of instances as 1. Okay, so that's the reason you can see we have one instance which is running. Now, when the second instance gets created, tell me.
when will
When the average CPU
and the average
utilization of
CPU
this particular
utilization for
EC2 machine
this?
is 70, isn't it?
Yeah,
Now,
right.
how can we increase the CPU utilization of the 70? We cannot do it, isn't it? Manually, we cannot do
We
it.
can't, right.
So we cannot see practically because the traffic should increase automatically, and then we cannot increase it automatically. I cannot show you the scenario, but practically when the CPU utilization reaches 70%, the auto scaling group helps us to create a new unit, and then that will be added to the load balancer, and that's how we make sure that the application will not go down even though when there is extreme up and down in my traffic levels. Clear, Aditya?
Understood.
This,
Yeah. Thanks.
this is all about the concept of auto scaling. Very, very important.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Pretty simple. As we have covered three points yesterday, so we are able to complete this example a little quickly. Kunal Namdev, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Kunal. Yes, your question, please.
Yeah, actually, my question is related with the load balancer. Yesterday, created a load balancer and attached 3 instances. Right?
Okay.
When I click on hit the URL of load balancer, in first time it was routed to web server 1.
Okay.
When I refresh again and again, like it was going on the web server 3 only, not going to web server 2.
Okay. Okay.
I already checked. All 3 server instances are running.
All running, and all the 3 instances are attached to the load balancer.
Load balancer, yes.
So the traffic is getting diverted to only web server 1 or web server 3. But it is
on web server 1 just going for first time, and again I refresh the web page, again and again going to web server 3 only.
Probably Probably it has identified that it is requesting the traffic from the same client, that is from the same machine, but doesn't matter. No problem, Kunal. So if you try to access it from a different website, you get a different number. So that's not a problem. The routing policies and the round robin fashion, it manages itself. Okay. So that's not a problem. Okay.
But I tried from different.
Sometimes you get pages from the history also. Okay. So these are different cases. Okay. Okay, Kunal. Okay. You're from which location?
I'm from Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay, Kunal. So deletion process is also important, Kunal. So whatever we have deleted, whatever we have created, we have to delete it. Please follow the deleting process. The first step, Kunal, what you need to do is to delete auto scaling. So how to delete auto scaling? Here we have an option of auto scaling group. We have created this auto scaling group, and we have an option of delete. Deletion process is also important. It will take some time for deleting the auto scaling group. Once you delete the auto scaling group, the next step is to delete launch configuration. Okay, you have to delete launch configuration.
But here I have a question. Can we also check like if we can decrease the CPU utilization to 10% and create and delete machine as per the policy we created? We can do that experiment, right?
Because the CPU utilization is less than 20%, the removing the EC2 machine. So in such case, what you can do, desired capacity, you mention it as something like 4.
Yeah.
Minimum number of capacity, you mention it as 2. Okay, so it will start with 4 instances. Kunal?
Yes.
And obviously the instances are idle, so automatically the machines will be removed and it will stay to 2. Okay. So let's delete the launch configuration. Yeah, launch configuration successfully deleted. By the time launch configuration is successfully deleted, the instances will be terminated automatically. Let's verify whether the instances are getting terminated automatically. See, instance is terminated automatically, Kunal, because it is related to launch configuration, isn't it? Next, yes. Delete the load balancer which we have created. Actions, delete the load balancer. Next, delete the topic. Topic is in which service? Notification service. Under application integration, we have simple notification service. We have created 2 topics. Okay, we have created only 1 topic and then delete that particular topic. It's important to delete whatever we have created to avoid the bill. Topic has been deleted. Next, you need to delete alarms. Alarms is part of CloudWatch. Under management and governance, we have CloudWatch. Successfully deleted. The deletion process is very, very important. Okay. Next, it's very important for you. Okay, it's very important for you. Sorry, I closed my AWS. Okay, if you want to check whether you have received the bill or not, if you want to check whether you have received a bill or not, go to services, search for billing. Okay, search for billing, where in which you can see whether you have received bill or not. If you delete whatever we have created, if you terminate the instances, whatever we have created, you will not get the bill. I regularly provide training to multiple batches. So because I create more infrastructure and then I maintain the instances for the upcoming examples, I have received the bill of 300 rupees. So I generally pay it. But if you remove the instances, whatever you have removed the infrastructure, whatever you have created as part of practicing, when you immediately after delete it, you will not get the bill. Okay. So this is about our agenda for today's session. Now you have understood the step-by-step approach which you need to follow for creating the auto-scaling policy. Clear?
Yes.
Thank you, Namdev. Hello, Gautam.
Hey, Sunil.
How are you, Amit Gautam?
Yeah. Hi, Sunil.
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much for the session, Sunil. First of all.
Thank you.
Sunil, I have a couple of queries. So when it comes to auto scaling, we said that, you know, when the CPU utilization is 70%, automatically create a new instance. But as we have mentioned that, you know, in Bootstrap script, that what will be the whether it will be a web server or what will be the you know,
whatever the commands you want to run it whenever the machine gets created, we have mentioned it in the Bootstrap scripts.
Exactly. Now let's suppose I have an application instead of web server. Now whenever CPU utilization reaches 70%,
okay,
I want the same application to be launched in the new server.
Okay.
How
Okay. Now you can see, first of all, what we have to do. Good question, Amit. Let's say you have a specific application. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to altogether create a new EC2 machine manually. Okay. Configure that particular application as per your requirement. Okay. Once the application is perfectly running in the EC2 machine which you have created, so what you have to do, Amit, you have to convert that particular EC2 machine to AMI.
Oh.
Okay. You have to convert that particular machine to AMI. That is called Amazon Machine Image. So Amazon Machine Image is nothing but, as per our knowledge, we know these are nothing but the operating systems, isn't it? Step 1, when you're launching the instances, step 1, it will ask for AMI, isn't it, Amit? So AMI is nothing but operating system, what standard operating system, what AWS provides. But you have configured the particular machine and you have converted that particular machine into AMIs. Though that AMI is called as Amit customized AMIs. Okay, so that customized AMIs you'll find here. Okay, that customized AMIs you'll find here. We'll be seeing it soon in the coming class how to create our own AMI. Once you create your own AMI in the launch configuration, rather than selecting predefined AMIs, you have to select your own AMI. Amit. That means your own application gets infrastructure gets created. Got it? Automatically.
Got it.
Am I clear, Amit? Anyways, how to create customized DM AMIs. So we'll be seeing it in the coming session, Amit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. 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 Thank you very much. So we have completed one of the most important topic called as auto scaling. In tomorrow's session, our plan for tomorrow's session is to experience concepts called horizontal scaling, vertical scaling. So you will have questions like what is the difference between horizontal scaling and vertical scaling? Okay. There's something called status checks. You should know about something called status checks. Every EC2 machine should pass 2 status checks. We have to experience the concept of Amazon machine images, customized AMIs, and then we have to experience the concept of volumes. We have to know about the concept of snapshots. So these are the topics which are coming up for tomorrow's session. Until then, have a nice time and please do hands-on. Thank you very much. And I have getting many questions with respect to WhatsApp group. So you are saying that the WhatsApp group is full. I am providing, please do not join duplicate groups. I'm providing a new WhatsApp group to get the updates about this particular batch. If you are not part of the WhatsApp group, please take the WhatsApp group from the chat box. Do not join. This is batch number 75. If you're already in the AWS batch 75, so please do not join again. So this is for new participants who are not part of the WhatsApp group to get the updates about this particular batch. So you can join this particular group number 12. Pick up the WhatsApp group link from the chat box, and then using this link, you can join the WhatsApp group. Pick up the WhatsApp group from the chat box and join the WhatsApp group using the new link. Okay. Have a nice time. See you tomorrow for learning many more concepts. Thank you. Bye, everybody.